Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you 3 very easy Christmas DIYs. First are these cute coasters. I had these old coasters laying around the house, so I decided to redo them. I bought these cute craft papers from Hobby Lobby. They were 25 cents each. So the first thing I did was just trace around the coasters, then cut it out and use, of course, Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge. Put one layer on top of the old coaster, and then on top of that put the cutout craft paper. I did that with all 3 of them, and then I left it to dry. When they were all dry, I used a very fine sandpaper to sand the edges of the coasters, and I also went all over it a little bit just to make it more old looking and rustic. The last step was to use a Mod Podge again and put a very nice coat on the top. I put a little more than the first time just so the top ended up being very secure and protective when we use it as coasters and put the glass on top. I made sure to put enough Mod Podge on the edges to protect the paper from peeling off. Leave them to dry really good, and that's it. You have a new coasters that you can use for different seasons. You can do this with old coasters like I did, or you can cut out the cardboard or any other material. I used to make them with little bathroom tiles or wood or anything else that you have laying around. Next DIY that I wanted to share with you were these cute ornaments. The process is very similar to one that I just showed you, but over here, since I didn't have the shape of these ornaments, I used my poster board from dollar store and I cut out the shapes. The rest is similar, literally the same as with the coasters. So we use craft paper, Mod Podge, and that's it.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swing.
You can see over here that I used a hole puncher to make a hole for the thread. I also added on the back of these ornaments just a craft paint because I didn't want to leave them white. If you make something like this, you can definitely make it two-sided. Put the craft paper on the other side as well. I didn't do that, but that's definitely an option. I also decided to add on the edges some glitter. I didn't want the poster board to show through, So as you can see over here on my round one, I used a silver glitter, and on my Christmas tree I used the gold looking glitter. And I used Mod Podge again to make sure the glitter stick to my ornament. I used some twine to make the little loop to be able to hang it on a Christmas tree, and that concludes this DIY. It is super simple. I believe everybody can make it. You can even make something like this with your kids. It will be a very fun craft. The third and the last DIY for this video is this cute barn door ornament that I made from popsicle sticks. So to begin with, I took 6 popsicle sticks and I cut the top and the bottom of it to get the straight line. I also added 2 long ones and 2 little ones. Next, I am sanding the edges a little bit because I cut them with my X-Acto knife and some of them with my scissors, so I'm sanding the edges a little bit. The next step will be to glue the little popsicle sticks to on the middle of this barn door. So 4 of the long popsicle sticks will be glued together first. Next, 2 additional long ones are going to be glued on the outside, and after that I am gluing additional on the top of the outside. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but you see what I'm doing. I am basically making a frame for the barn door. Next step will be to make another little part that is going to separate the top and the bottom of this barn door, and after that I'm measuring and cutting the things for the bottom part of the barn door. And I'm not trying to make all this perfect. It is okay because barn door isn't supposed to be perfect. To paint this ornament, I used brown and red crafts paint. I mixed them together and I also added a little bit of water to make it like a stain consistency. Then I went ahead and stained my barn door from the front and also from the back as well.
Time for all to settle down, leave their worries all behind, take it slowly and unwind, and bring the peace back to a torn and shattered world.
Then I took a little bit of brown paint on my brush and I brushed it all over, especially on the edges and corners, to make it look more aged and rustic. I wanted to add a mini wreath on my barn door, but I didn't have those mini wreaths that you can buy at a craft store, so I took part of my regular sized garland. I made a small wreath out of it. I trimmed the excess and then I looped through one piece of white twine, tied it together, and then I used white craft paint to paint a little bit on top of it to make it look flocked. I glued it on the top of my barn door, and my decoration was done. The only thing left was to put a piece of twine on a back to create a little hoop to be able to hang it on a Christmas tree. And that's it. This cute barn door is all finished and I love the way it turned out. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I hope you try some of these DIYs. If you're not part of my channel, I would love to have you, so please subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.